We have not had a chance to speak with Columbus Police yet to confirm any details, but what we do know is that you can see a heavy police presence right here. I have spoken with some witnesses on the scene here who tell me that this is a standoff. You can actually see that billboard construction right here behind me, and you can see it's right here at the opening at the Donahue Ridge subdivision, where residents here are telling me it's creating an eyesore. Columbus Fire and EMS, they're out here working behind me. They say that this is Will Rhodes Road, and there's actually a power line down just down the street here. And keep in mind for your holiday travel plans that once you enter your vehicle and get behind the wheel, you got to put that device away. NSM is known nationwide for their message promoting white supremacy. The Southern Poverty Law Center recognizes them as a hate group, and their message was no different today. You can see this is actually a very active crime scene going on right here behind me. They received a tip from a confidential source that's leading to a 300-acre search here in Elmore County. From there, the Russell County Sheriff's Office says they obtained 2 arrest warrants and a search warrant to go and search a Hurtsboro home. Now let's take a look at these 2 suspects here. Summit encourages students to make good decisions. So as they exit the high school doors and enter into the real world, they'll be prepared. He says during his campaign, he identified issues concerning Columbus, and he shares his plans specifically looking at crime prevention. Both candidates say they feel they ran clean campaigns, with Robertson coming out on top. As you walk around this historical building, you can see that time has taken its toll with the broken windows and graffiti. But with the funds secured and a contractor in place, Claflin School is about to get a facelift. They just finished singing the national anthem, which means contestants are about to take the stage to see who's going to be crowned the new 2018 Miss Georgia. Then they're going to travel down this rope and drop into the water while their teammates zip line, and then they're going to race to the finish. Now, after nearly 60 hours of competing and more than 50 miles on foot, these guys have overcome some severe obstacles to be named the coveted title of Best Ranger. After nearly 4 hours in the courtroom, Judge Gil McBride decided to continue this pretrial hearing at a later date. And you can see the crews are still out here working. Now, if I step aside and turn my camera just a little bit, you can see where road crews have already made some progress. So LaGrange police are saying the victim might have been working with the shooter. They believe the targets were the 3 people trying to come home in the Lexington Park neighborhood. The GBI searched Central High School, Middle School, and Elementary School this morning, and that investigation led them to this home right here. There is plenty of rain here in Eufaula, and these roads are absolutely saturated. There are so many ways to celebrate Mother's Day, like with flowers or cards and jewelry, but when you live near a river, some families are choosing a little more adventurous ways to celebrate moms this Mother's Day. There is not a single light on here. The tenants here are telling me this is the 3rd night in a row they've had to sleep with doors open for some sort of cooling relief because their power is not expected to turn back on until tomorrow. Colonial apartment residents say it was around 1 o'clock Friday when their power shut off, leaving them without lights, heating and air conditioning, and hot water.
Nothing. Nothing on. Right now, to keep cool, got to sleep on the floor.
From there, they say they contacted Georgia Power and their landlord, Terman Realty. A representative from Georgia Power tells News 3 they came out to try to restore the power, but were unable to do so because of a technical issue at the complex.
They say it's a true problem, and it is his problem to fix it. And we over here, we don't have nothing, no lights, no nothing.
That's when residents say they learned they would spend the weekend without electricity.
Then they said, well, the power won't be back on until Monday. I said, Monday? I said, what am I supposed to do about all my food and stuff? Well, you have to buy ice or whatever. What I'm going to do about somewhere to stay? Nobody answered.
The residents say they've watched their groceries go to waste, and if they want a hot meal, it has to be cooked outside. They say Terman Realty has put little effort into restoring their comfort, and this whole situation has them feeling like they just don't matter.
They don't give a about us, and they shouldn't be that way, but you want my money every month. Do what I asked when I called for the request for you to fix something. I mean, we treat it like, you know, they don't care.
The residents here also tell me they're uncertain if the power will be back on tomorrow since it's a holiday. Now, News 3 has reached out to Turbine Realty, but it appears representatives are not available after business hours, and we were unable to find an after-hours number. So stick with News 3 for any updates to this story. This is the inside of the Lee County Stockade, the very room that the women who were honored today were kept in for 60 days during the hot summer months of 1963.
Ain't gonna let no stockade turn me around, oh no.
When I sung the song, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, I really meant that from my innermost being.
Dr. Carol Barner Say was one of the 15 women recognized for courage, strength, and determination during the Civil Rights Movement. The 1963 Leesburg Stockade girls captured between the ages of 12 and 15. They were imprisoned for their participation in peaceful protests. 8 of the women are still alive to share their experience, and 5 of them were present at the ceremony held today at Lee County High School, still inspiring those around them.
Courage is contagious.
They've been honored before, but never here in Leesburg, the place where they were held captive from July to September years ago.
It's different because this is where we lived for 2 months. So to be brought back home and the people, black and white, here to honor us today in a place that we was held.
The then young girls were kept in deplorable conditions throughout the 60-day period. Nowhere to sleep, no clean clothes, no hygienic products, just pure filth. Yet they overcame their circumstances and share a message of forgiveness and joy.
I thank God I'm still here, and I thank God that He got into their hearts to want to do this for us. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
The ceremony actually ended over here inside the stockade, where those who attended were able to see and visualize what these women actually endured that summer 55 years ago. On your side in Leesburg, Jessalyn Adams, WRBL News 3.